We've got a barn burner in store for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Terrapins ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There he goes. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. It doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
The Demon Deacons are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got a man, it's Dixon. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Handoff to the lone back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
The throw to the outside is complete. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Touchdown, Wake! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll run it from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Finds his tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. He's got him. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Ferguson. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, the defense knew this was going to be the guy the offense was trying to get the football to, so it looks like they've got a plan for him. Nice job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Power football with the run. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Maryland! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets in the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Got room on the return. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Caught behind the line. It's Lee. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Good timing on the quick out.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Terrapins can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And the Terrapins trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Firing to the right, complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Dixon.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He'll throw on third down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Grover. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Demon Deacons in the hurry up. From the gun, the running back has it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. The play action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Demon Deacons will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Here's a heat. Makes his man miss. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. He's open on the right. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. And the Terrapins will have it first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Did the work himself. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Terrapins have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting...
Snagged in the end zone! Touchdown, Maryland!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. QB draw. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Demon Deacons will kick it off to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Terrapins really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To throw, it's Washington. Quickly out to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Caught over the middle. It's Ferguson.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Terrapins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air, using his feet to buy time. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Going to try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice game and gets down to avoid the hit.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Looking for the tie with the extra point. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
To the air, it's Washington. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Under fire. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
The Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Snagged in the middle. It's Grover. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Makes the grab. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Dixon. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Unleashes one. Got him downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive in offense.
Touchdown, wait! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. There's nothing like seeing the hardest working guy on the offense get in for 6.
The big physical guy that blocks 99% of the time. You don't give him the ball very often. Reward the big fella for blocking his tail off. Gotta like that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Quick strike complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Makes the grab. It's Ferguson. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Lawson.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Terrapins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got it in the middle. It's Lawson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. To the air, it's Washington. Now adjusting. Blasted as he lets it go. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, This offense still has life.
And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Maryland! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's going to run it. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Valentine. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to scramble. Makes the catch. It's Dixon. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. The sure hands, it's Banks. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Dances away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Shoots it to the left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable fourth down if I don't complete this third line.
The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.